After finishing fifth in the SIJHL with a record of 24, 25, 3-4, and 56 regular season games, and losing in the SIJHL semifinal postseason to the first place Dryden Ice Dogs in 5 games, we're here for the 11th episode of the Laker Weekly Report with Wayne Strachan. How are you today, Wayne?
I'm good, Jay. Thanks.
This one probably hits a little bit close to home, but the Lakers lost longtime coach Grant Perrault approximately 2 weeks ago from a long battle of cancer. Can you talk a little bit about Grant as a friend and what he brought to the Laker organization?
Well, I think what he we won't understand really what he truly brought to our organization for probably some time. He was a big part of our recruiting process and brought in a lot of not only good hockey players but good character kids, and he took the time to get to know the kids and research them and obviously make sure they were a good fit to what we were looking for and I guess what we would want in a Laker hockey player to be. And Grant had a great gift in doing that, and obviously as a coach and the assistant general manager was my right hand man, and if I needed anything, he was there to help and obviously step up to be with the hockey team and take the reins if he had to. And it's going to be definitely hard to replace that, and we'll probably take our time and find a candidate that I guess we feel or I feel we can trust and may be able to step in and help fill the void of Grant not being here. Obviously, as a friend, we communicated pretty much every day and until the days when he was, I guess, not able to, and I was still at the hospital, obviously, with him and sitting by his side and hoping that things would get better, but obviously realizing that he's probably in a better place now and not hurting. But the friendship factor will definitely be missed and already is missed. Not hearing from him for the better part of almost a week and a half now is definitely tough, and but I do understand and know that he's not suffering now, and things will get better as time goes on.
And the thing is I met Grant 2 years ago when we were up there for the Dudley Hewitt, and that one thing he's probably pissed about is that you guys are not on the ice, right?
What's that? Sorry, Jay, I can
I said,
totally hear you.
I met Grant 2 years ago when I was up at the Dudley Hewitt Cup up in Fort Frances, and Grant's probably looking down, really pissed at you right now that you guys still aren't on the ice, right?
For sure. Even he he was pulling for us, and obviously he knew the situation of the team, and he just thought if we put our minds to it, we could achieve anything, and that was kind of his motto through the last 4 years, that he needed to battle hard and obviously fight the cancer, and if you set your mind out to do something, you can achieve that goal. And no one will ever probably know how hard it was on him. You could see at times, you could hear it in his voice at times, but he never gave up, and that's kind of what he wanted to see out of our team this year too. And we fell short, but he also knew how good Dryden was, and the battle we were in facing them. So I'm sure he would understand, but he'd definitely be disappointed as well. Yes.
And now, like you say, to turn to more the I say still hockey, but we could be here for a while. But would you just comment on the 2016-17 season as a whole?
Well, probably a season that we definitely underachieved in. A season where, as a team, we never really came together and kind of were on the same page, so to speak. Not to make excuses or use this as an excuse, but a season that we've never kind of really had in Fort Frances before, in the amount of injuries and whatnot that left us, playing many nights with anywhere from 13 to 15 skaters, and not just injuries that guys were out. There was key injuries that put some players out for definitely a lengthy period of time, and definitely players that impacted our lineup and would have been obviously guys that we relied on to play big minutes in hockey games. And you've seen it, and we've seen it before, and with other teams in the league, and how it impacted them. And we definitely felt it this year, and kind of a season to learn from, I guess, and maybe what we do away from the rink to help those injuries. Or possibly look at bringing yoga into the program full time instead of just in the playoffs in the past. And we definitely need to look at the roster and I guess pick the players that we feel can come back and represent the Laker hockey team in a positive manner, both on and off the ice. And a lot of the guys through our exit meetings expressed concern that the team never hung out enough together as a whole. And once things happened here with us getting beat by Dryden and with the funeral and whatnot of Grant, the team kind of came together, and but obviously it was too late in the season, and so that's something also we'll look to address. But as a whole, very up and down season that we just didn't really put things together to go in the right direction.
Now, this happens every year to every hockey franchise, no matter, like you say, going from junior to the NHL. But you lose 6 players after the season. How do you replace guys like Dylan, Jared, Matt, Ryan, Maverick, and Brandon for next season?
Well, it's going to be a tough task. Obviously, our 3 top defensemen and our 3 top scorers. So, we've been in this position before and rebounded nicely, but a lot of that rebound was within our returning players, and we do feel we have some players that can definitely step up and fill the void, but to have to replace your three top defensemen is huge, and finding defensemen is tough enough at this level with everyone competing for many of the same guys, and and obviously to replace your top three scorers and that amount of points will definitely be a tough task. But we've been, I guess, working hard throughout the year to identify some players, and now that even the OHL entry level draft has happened, there could be a couple guys we target from there too in the area to help the team, and we got some extra time to get on it, and we'll do our best to recoup the troops and get them back here early September to get hungry to try and turn things around here.
And like we were talking about, like you say, off the show before we started, but now the work and fun starts with you and your staff for recruiting, rebuilding for 17-18. What are you looking for to fill the spots for the Falls lineup? And do you travel much this time of year to go looking for players?
We don't as much as I would like, but I guess with budget restraints and whatnot, that's how it is. But we do travel a little bit. I'll be in Minneapolis in a couple weeks to watch a camp, and from there we'll just kind of map out a plan, and again we travel to the States a couple times, and we travel within Canada obviously a few times too, and then we've built our contacts, and we rely on our contacts as well to, I guess, help us out, and our scouts to help us out, and for the most part we've had success in doing that, and so we'll continue to get out there as much as we can, and obviously rely on the guys who have helped us out in the past.
Oh, I know I'm being located in Sault Ste. Marie, so Northern Ontario, but not nearly as far as you. Now, do you and it's not just you, because there's 5 other teams up there also, but do you find it hard to attract players to that area sometimes?
It's tougher, definitely tougher, especially I guess further into Southern Ontario. But I guess the players that we have attracted up here have worked out well for us. Some get up here and it's an eye opener. There's no mall or anything to go hang out at, but they adapt nicely and obviously understand what it's all about, and work hard to help the team. So it's not like we, I guess, don't try and take the opportunity to attract them here, but usually we find more kids from Western Canada that want to come this way and be a part of the program.
And the last question here, and I know you don't have a crystal ball, and Dryden's been very strong this season, but do you think English River could be the spoilers going into the Bill Salmon Championship and overtake the Ice Dogs this year?
You never know what can happen. They're definitely a competitive team, and they're gonna put it all on the ice. And Derek's worked hard to improve that program, and it's a great opportunity for them and a great feat for that program to have achieved what they have this season. And early on, through October, personally, I thought they were the best team in the league, and but they have a tough task, and Dryden's a team that's built to win. They're in having to watch them through the 4 games in our series. They're on a mission. They played some strong hockey. The best hockey I've seen them play through this season, and they hounded pucks. They put pressure on us. They capitalized on our breakdowns and took advantage of them. And that's what you want at this time of the year. So it isn't going to be easy. It's probably going to be a war between those teams. They seem to battle hard against one another, and the team that can control their emotions the best is probably going to come out in the end.
And we were talking with Derek, and for what he's done, they awarded him with a 3-year extension for as a coach. But when you talk about recruiting to Fort Frances with no mall, and for people who aren't from the area, trying to recruit kids to Red Lake is probably even more harder, almost impossible compared to for you, right?
For sure, he's. I'm not gonna. Well, he's maybe up to the walls or up against the wall, so to speak, and having to try and attract the area of Red Lake. But he does a great job. He's very energetic. Gets out there, and I guess being from out west helps him a lot. He's gets to go back home and be in the area of a lot of camps and whatnot through the summer. So that definitely benefits him. But he's done a good job in finding the players that he wants, and then selling their program, whether it's before the year or through the year, and they've definitely come a long way from day one, and they put themselves in the position to obviously win a SIJHL championship, and he deserves the accolades that he's received in his extension and whatnot, and you never know what can happen now at this time of year. If everything aligns in your way, usually good things keep happening. So, but that series is going to be good, and it's definitely not going to be easy to knock Dryden off.
And like I mentioned, like I said before we started, is you not being used to being done at this time of year, and not trying to rub it in or bug you about it, but you said you're probably headed to the rink today. Will you be watching that series on, like I say, Hockey TV and watching what's happening?
Oh, for sure. I'll keep track of it. Maybe even venture up to a game in Dryden once the schedule's set. But yeah, we're kind of in a in a place right now where it's a little unfamiliar at this time of the year not to be at the rink right now and getting ready to go on the ice. But that's hockey, and that's the way the business goes. And I'll probably head there at some point today to do a few things in the office and dressing room, and then I got a few returning players to contact that had to leave early last week before the meetings happened, and then we'll talk to a few recruits today as well. So gives us that opportunity and a few better part of more than a month to kind of put things in place and get ready for next year.
Well, thank you, Wayne, very much. And like I say, I don't want to say enjoy your spring, but like I say, good luck with all the work you have ahead.
Thanks, Jay.